Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5, folks. We have got the Las Vegas Speedway race today in the Xfinity Series. We finished our last race in second place. And then what you guys would be expecting to see would be the Daytona race for the Cup Series. I would just be flat out, it wasn't exciting. It wasn't an exciting race. Therefore, you're going to get the highlights of that race, which are like 3 different things. I'll do stage end, final, and then we're going to run that Las Vegas race. That'll be your next episode in the Cup Series, which will actually be the first episode, the revealing episode for the new team. But aside from that, just going through all of this, came to realize that it wasn't going to be basically entertaining enough to put out a video. We were running way in the back the whole time. Back, like a lap down. I'm leaving it on legend difficulty for that now, and it's something I haven't done before. Usually, until the car is good, I put it on hard. I make that very apparent to all of you. I don't hide that or anything. I just do it until it's more for content, but I decided because it's the final series of this overall video series, I wanted to keep it legend difficulty and enjoy that struggle bus all the way through, trying to upgrade those cars and that crew. We aren't in that situation in the Xfinity Series. We are a baller race team over here. I may change this paint scheme to match the other one in the Cup Series, simply because we are the same team across the board. Steel Forge Racing, the logo, I don't think I can change it here. As you can tell, I can change it on the other one we've talked about it before. I'm not going to talk about it again. We've got, let me check something out, actually. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have always legend difficulty. I changed this to 35% and then now 3 times wear, which means we will have equal amount of pit stops that you would in a regular race and equal amount of tire wear. Maybe just a little bit more, actually, because the race is just a slightly longer than it would be at a third. It's 2% longer. So that should make it kind of interesting. We'll find out how that goes. That's going to make these races a little bit shorter than they have been. The Cup Series races, I'm going to drop to 30% as well. It just comes down to time and basically video content value for you guys. I don't mind speeding up. We'll still have the races in the Cup Series will likely still be longer than the Xfinity races were at 50% last year. So we're going to have the same amount of speed ups there. I'm just not going to run 2-hour races. I don't have the time for it. You don't have the time to watch it. Let's just all agree that more content, less speed-ups is better, and we move on. We've got Las Vegas Speedway. We've got 70 laps. We've got 3 times tire wear and fuel consumption, and we've got a baller car. Let's see if we can get into the playoffs in our second race of the season. Yeah, we're just outside of what we needed. That's for a top 5. Pole position is barely a tenth of a second faster than 5th place. We were not too far off, but that could put us outside of the top 10. Who knows? But we're going to find out when we get out there to qualify right now. Here we go. Qualifying lap now underway. Let's see if we can put down a pretty decent one here. Nope. Absolutely not. That was really bad entry. We got super wobbly all over the place. Maybe we can make up for it going through 3 and 4, but probably not. We'll try to hang on to this for as long as possible. Let it fade up, shoot it down towards the apron, on the apron at Las Vegas. And, 2.3 tenths. Too slow. 10th place, not too bad. 5th place is the goal. A win is always the goal. We'll have to see where that takes us, but as it stands right now, we're vying to try to get to FIAF. Top 5, Max Cost, Austin Hill, AJ Hale, Cole Custer, Sam Mayer. Custom drivers, Matthias Espinoza 6th, David Schildhouse 7th, Jeremiah Graham 8th. We're in 10th, Taylor Carpenter 12th, Lane Tibbergen 13th, Bryce Egan 14th, Eliza Bethel 15th, Bernardo Day Oliveira 16th, John Perez 18th, Timothy Mathis 19th, Matt Malone 20th, Michael Chavez 21st, Casey Kane 27th, Gary Norton 31st, and that's going to round out your custom driver field. Here we go, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Little pre-race information for you, Max Cost. We'll try to figure it out. Josh Berry, he looks a bit slow today. And a little more information for you about Max Cost. He is your pole winner. So we will be battling against him hopefully soon. We're starting on the outside row here in 10th place behind Jeremiah Graham. Green flag drops. We have gone through the start-finish line to begin this race here in Las Vegas. We'll stick on the outside to get around Jeremiah Graham and come right up behind Matthias Espinoza. Car feels stable right now. Car feels good. Of course, we've just gone around 2 turns, so that's all subject to change in just a minute. But as we are right at this very moment, we're doing all right. Can't really go anywhere right now, though, and we got super loose there because of it. That sucked. That was not great. We've got damage on the right side now, so something we'll have to repair after we take our pit. We've got 16 in the tank and 15 in the stage, which is good news for us. That means we don't have to pit under green on stage number 1. The not good news part, though, is the damage. We get loose up top here. We really need to split these cars, get around Anthony Alfredo, and I can't. I couldn't get there. I saw it in my review. End up shooting way up the track. Sam Mayer getting a little loose on the bottom of the track. He seems to be okay. And here we go, working on AJ Hale. Big run coming out of 2 for us. There we go. Trying to run up on Mr. Josh Berry, who they said didn't look like himself today, but he's running in 6th place. So was his self going to be a winner otherwise? I don't know. Or will we see him drop back in the race and end up with a poor finish? Right now, he is competing with Lane Tibergen. Lane on the outside looks like he's going to make pretty quick work of him. So the pre-race information may have been correct, and he may end up dropping pretty far back. But Lane just got a huge run, got himself around Austin Hill, and is now pushing to get himself around us as well. So I guess we were able to use Cole Custer to kind of stop that from happening, stop that progress, but it wasn't great, and we have that wheel wobble that you get with a bad setup. So I need to figure out, I need to take note and in future seasons not do that. But if we win the championship this year, we will be done with our Xfinity career. Although race number 1, we fall to Sage Karam, and right now Max Costs really far out there, and we've got Lane Tibergen right on us, making moves. David Schildhouse, Matthias Espinoza up there. They are battling it out, side-by-side action. It is going quite well for us as we try to reel them in just under a second in front of us. I'm slowing down a little more than I want to, and it has a lot to do with the tire wobble. It's definitely affecting the control of the car, and I'm not loving it. I'm not loving it at all. Trying to see if I can maybe do something to make it go better. We're gaining on Schildhouse just a little bit, but if we can, we could catch his draft likely once we get into that 5/10 area, and that would be huge for us as well. Gained another 10th on him. Can we maintain those gains? Let's drop it down on the apron, see if we can't move our way up. It looks like Matthias Espinoza, Lane Tibergen's run has kind of been stalled out now. The mad dash that he had, as we have now gotten into Schildhouse's draft a little bit. I saw just a taste, and there it is. That's going to help pull us up. Something we didn't get to experience in that Daytona race. I'm not going to give anything else away. Let me just say it was not exciting, and we did not wreck out. So we ran the whole race, and you will only see the highlights. It would have been a 3-minute video otherwise of me just showing the stage results, because we were really never racing in traffic at all. We're reeling in Schildhouse, we're reeling in Espinoza, and Lane Tibergen is reeling us in. So we're going to have a 4-car breakaway here. Well, Max Cost is just out here putting down lap after lap, comfortably leading all of us. which sucks for us, but we'll see if we can gain on him once we get around these 2 drivers. We got to figure that out as well. And as it stands right now, we're going to get a little tight because of that wheel wobble. Now I know, wow, 8 laps left and we have 40% in the right rear. We are in trouble, folks. We aren't going to make this track. We're not going to make it 8 more laps with these wheels, with these tires at all. I didn't think about that. Not great. We drove the dickens out of this car, and with having 3 times wear on it, it's actually going to cause quite an issue trying to maintain these tires. Oops. Yeah, they dropped 6%. I said 3 times wear. I dropped it 6% in 1 lap. Let me see. If it was 4%, we'd have been fine. Can I figure out how to do some saving? I don't think so. I do not think so. 4 laps left to go in stage number 1. I guess I might be able to make it, come to think of it. We have 6 in the tank, but 4 in the... Yeah, we should be able to make it. Never mind. I got worried, but then I realized that there's 4 left in the stage. I was thinking we weren't going to make it 6 laps. So when things do get a little hairy towards the end of the race and we have a longer stage, that's where we're going to have to try to probably pit for tires before we have to pit for fuel, unless I figure it out before then. Which, I mean, it is possible I could figure some stuff out before then. It's just, yeah, that wobble really burns them up. We're down to 24%. We're about to cross the line with 2 to go. So we'll be fine there, but we still have 5 in the tank. And again, I'm thinking about stage 3, your final stage of the race, where we're going to have to run out at least 1. We may have to pit in the next stage. I don't know how many laps it is. This one being a 17 stage, was it? Oh, it's not showing me because that's saying there's nothing left, but where is that? Yeah, 15. That's not even good. So we can go maybe 16, maybe 17 laps with these tires. That's very concerning. Where are we at right now? 16%. Yeah, we're definitely going to make it now, but I'm going to say that unless I figure out how to, take care of my tires, we're in a really bad spot. Stage number 2, if it's 17 laps, say, we're going to have to be, I don't know if we'd make it. This is 15. Well, we might make it 17. 17 is what we are. It's going to be real close. We're going to have to be a little more cautious with the tires. That's all I can say. Push it less. Be more cautious. And it looks like when I don't push it super hard, we only lose a couple percent, handful of percentages. But anytime that wobble happens in the wheel, it really burns them up. Well, we got the nice jump having that fantastic all-star pit crew.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready here. Car outside.
Problem is, I don't know how long this is going to last. Looks like Matthias Espinoza got it too. We have Max Cost behind us. 12 laps remaining in stage 2, so stage 3 is going to be a big one. We can burn it pretty hard here without worrying about it. Stage 3, final stage of the race, is where we're going to have our struggles potentially. We'll find out. Right now, we have not had a speed up in this race, which is completely fine, but we are going to have a speed up right now. And we'll be back on the mic with you with about 5 left in stage number 2, unless something happens beforehand. course, I'll get blamed for it, but Cost came down on us, lost control, and went for a wild ride. Here comes the fun. We are looking at a 2 pit stop, 3rd stage.
Almost ready now.
Come across the line, 37 laps remaining, and we only have 18 in the tank anyway. We are going to turn the strict cautions back on, because when Cost spun out, that should have brought out a caution, and it didn't, and that actually ended up costing Austin Hill his race. He's out of the race. He was affected by the accident, and so he's out of the race. So not great for that team, not great for that situation. We'll adjust that. We'll put the cautions back on. I wish there was an intermediary, like blowing tire. If they're able to get it off the track, no caution. Hit the wall, no caution. Hit the wall, spin out, wreck other cars, caution. It seems like there is nothing. I don't know. We saw a car in the Cup Series race completely leave the ground and hit the wall, bounce off the wall, come up, leave the ground, whatever, all that crap, and there was no caution. We also saw Kyle Larson get wiped out completely. Should have been a caution, no caution. So, I mean, I'm going to turn that back on. He tests things out, and it didn't affect anything too bad. But, again, maybe Austin Hill's back in the race. Who knows? Maybe Austin Hill doesn't get hit at all if the caution flies and he slams on his brakes. I don't know. But what I do know is Cost's car came down on us in the corner. He lost it, and it caused him to spin out, bounce off a number of cars coming down the stretch, and, not great for them or him. We've got a couple contenders here. It's a long final stage, and I feel like we need to preserve our tires as much as possible. So if we drop back a handful of spots, it's okay, because the longer we can stay out with this car, the better off we are. I don't think there's going to be any caution, so that's going to be a problem for us. We're also in a bit of a breakaway with these 5 cars. I look behind Sammy Smith. Schildhaus is there, but he's a half second back, which is a bigger gap. And so we'll see what happens right now, of course, as we continue to do whatever we can do. Oh, yeah, see, we have it. I could have gotten on the gas earlier there, but I didn't want to run through Galding, just as we've got a better car than what was going on right there. I'm not sure what actually caused that whole situation. We just kind of got slow after Tibergen went around us. Maybe it was just that we were on the higher line, but some of these tracks you can run both lines. You maybe are slow in the corner, but you can come out way faster than the other cars that are on the lower line. So, and that is how it goes sometimes. This, though, that wobble like that is just detrimental to the tire. I mean, we've got 12 left in the tank. We've got 64. We got to hit 50% with 9 left in the tank, really, and I just don't see it happening with us. Honestly, though, we'll pit with 2 laps to go if we can make it last that long. But then we're still going to have to pit again, because there's 31 left in the race. We've got 12 in the tank. We got 18 max. There was 37. So 36 was the max we could go. Unless there's a caution, then we can turn it into a one-stop race. But otherwise, I will hope for that to happen, I guess. This is what kind of makes it interesting, having these percentages, because the game really didn't figure it out. But the mod was like, let's just do it. 33% race, roughly. 35% race, 3% or 3 times wear. Kind of makes things just a little bit off, but it's okay. It really is. It makes it interesting, especially late race interesting. But right now, I'm just going to try to hang out with these cars and not burn my tires completely off. We have to go 2 more laps and only lose 2%, so that guarantees that's not going to happen. We'll probably pit 4 left in the tank or something, and then, again, do that again at the end of the race. That'll leave us with 7, 8 laps left in the race to just tear butt past everyone. Hopefully. Of course, if they don't do it and we're a lap down, it's not going to do anything for us. I never, ever actually... Well, we're not going to do it anyway because it's not based on our fuel. It's based on tire savings, which we have none. But I was going to say, I've never even looked at the potential for fuel savings on any of the tracks. They seemed, with the stages, to be kind of set up where you don't have to worry about it. But now, now we might have to think about those types of strategies too and see if that's a possibility of something we could do. Saving a half lap, saving an entire lap through a full fuel run. Can we do it? I don't know. I am not sure, but as it stands right now, we're still heavy problems turning. On a 41%, 8 in the tank. We got to go 4 more laps. We'll be fine doing that. We might be able to go 5 more laps, actually. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Of course, when the little red light comes on telling us our tire wear is shot, is when we'll pay a lot of attention to it. We're sitting here in 3rd place. I feel like we have a car that can pass Gaulding and Espinosa, but I'm a little more concerned about the tires right now. So I'm just kind of trying to get as much out of this first run as I can to give us an idea of where we're going to be on run number 2. We know we have to pit twice, so I guess it shouldn't matter, but do they have to pit twice is the other question. Are they experiencing the same trauma we are, or is it this setup I have in the car that's causing the issue? You'll find out that and more once we pit. 31% of the tires. Should be somewhere near 6 at the line-ish. No, you're not going inside, sir. I'm rolling with Gray. Me and Gray are going to just roll out. Jump to the inside. Take a peek. Let him know I'm there. But don't take the aggressive move yet. Not worth it. Another thing, I have no idea what the speed limit is here. Not at all on pit road. So that's fun. I like that. 25 left, 6 in the tank. Still haven't gotten the 20% notice. Probably going to get that in a second, though. Maybe right here. What are we at? 23%? Okay. I think we're doing actually a better job than I thought we were going to with the tires. I mean, I know I've been a little more chill with them, but we're doing better than I thought overall. Interesting. He got the run around the outside that was faster, but then we took it on the inside with a faster run. We've got cars pitting. We have got cars pitting. That's a big deal. That's a good thing. Are these guys staying out with me just to stay out because they don't know what else to do? We've got 4 in the tank. We're going to pay attention to tire wear, see if we can get it around 2 more times maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping.
Watch those tires.
Yeah. Watch those tires. I'm aware. Mainly just that right rear. Obviously, these percentages are not representative of what you experience when you are racing in other leagues and stuff. We have the race tire wear way up. We'd be sitting at much better if we're at 1 times wear. A couple cars are... We're going to pit next time around, but a couple cars just made their way around us because I've been watching the percentage too much. Ooh, lane gets a little loose. I saw him back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. See if we could take advantage of that. We could not. See if we can take advantage here. It's not going to matter. We need to pit. So, and they're not going to pit right away. This is going to be interesting because our pits. Well, it scares me.
Outside.
Nope. Come on. Come on. That was awesome. Drift style right there. And I blew the tire.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
It said we had 3 seconds of repair. That was weird to me. That was very weird to me, actually. I don't understand why it said we had 3 seconds worth of repairs when we had... Oh, everyone's on pit road right now. I don't understand why it said we had 3 seconds worth of repairs. We had no damage on the car. We weren't running into anybody or anything. It might have been when the tire blew when we went onto pit road, though. I guess that could be it. Well, here we go. We get to find out where we come out. Everyone's on pit road this time, so we're going to get a bunch of spots back. See them all coming out onto the track. Are we in a good enough spot that we can pass Sammy Smith up there and Lane Timbergen, or are they going to be up to speed? I don't think they are. I think that's going to benefit us greatly.
Got a carload now. Clear all around.
There we go. That's how you do it. We're going to pit with 5 to go, I think. We've got 16 in the tank. 19 left. Yeah, 5 to go will be probably right. Just, I don't need to worry about these tires. I want to drive this car as hard as I need to get a lead. Lane Timbergen not going away. Sammy Smith not going away. Greg Alding a little farther back now after not as great of a pit stop, but those two had baller pit stops. We've got traffic all around us that could affect this entire thing as we're able to stay low. Lane and Sammy both get caught up behind Matt Kenseth, and we'd love to see it. Now with these pit stops, we've got some of these cars up here that are going to be getting lapped in a second. Sorry, coming around the corner. Causes me to not talk a little bit. Lane Timbergen, just a rocket ship car for this track today. He has been all over it. He has led the race. I don't think he qualified that well. I didn't think he was up here in qualifying, so it's pretty impressive that he's been able to do this. We get on the inside of Hemrick. We start to work on catching and using Ryan Ellis's draft. We get on the gas early enough to be able to cut off Lane Timbergen. And there we go. Good around Ellis. And here we are. Jump to the inside of Alfredo. Back up on the track, right behind AJ Hale. He's running that high line. Not sure if he's doing that because I'm a leader or he's doing that because he's just running the high line. But Lane was able to get around everybody just as much as we were, and he is still right there. Sammy Smith not too far back either. Don't count him out. Greg Galding, he is kind of stuck back there a little bit, and he has to contest with this same traffic that we did, so you never know where that's going to leave him. But it's just a battle between me and Timbergen right now. We've got 15 left in this race. Who is up front there? I don't recognize that car from way back here, but yeah, this setup isn't great. I appreciate all the setups I get, but this one is just not great. That when the whole car shimmies like that, it shoots the car up the track, gets tight, it really loses speed. And also, it wears out the tires really bad as well. We're able to do a little crossover move against Timbergen. Bring this one back into turn number 1. And as you can see, we wobble, and it just shoots us up the track. We can't hold it. The tires aren't gripping. We're literally hopping the tires, and that's not great. We're pitting about 5 laps, and I think I'm going to speed things up for these 5 laps. I've got 10 in the tank. What do we have in the race? 13? That's 8. We're not going to make it 8 laps, so we're going to pit with probably 7 to go. 7 or maybe even a little more. Timbergen gets caught up behind Cesar Baccarella, and then we get caught up behind Cesar Baccarella. And we're probably going to send it 3 wide into turn number 3 as Sammy Smith has gotten a huge run, and he's going to catch us as well. A lot of action going on right now, but I do need to do just a little blurb of a speed up. Maybe not. Maybe not. We've got good racing going on here. We're going to keep it in the action. Pull this thing down behind Smith and start to work on these 2 cars that have dropped us down to 3rd place. And what's going to happen is we're going to pit earlier than them. We're going to hopefully be able to run faster lap times than they are running. And so when they pit late, we're going to be able to just drive away with the victory. I don't know what to say right now. We got 3 cars out of the race, it looks like. We're running a little bit slower laps than we were during practice. That's bound to happen, especially when we've got like Sam Mayer here blocking. Not intentionally, but that's just how it's going. We're going to cut on inside of Smith and clear him. We're not going to maintain it because we got tight. I touched Smith just a little bit. Not Sammy. I touched Mayer a little bit on the front quarter panel. It ended up tightening us up. We're getting a really good run here. Just hoping we can do something with this car. We're able to drive right around Cole Custer. Just doesn't have nearly as good of a car this race. By the way, all of our AI drivers are equally rated, so when you see us doing stuff like lapping them, It's crazy. Same thing, though, goes for now. All of our custom drivers are maxed out. They are as good as they possibly can be. And so, again, when you're seeing us lap cars on the track, it's simply, what? Oh, we got a blown tire. That was, I can't believe Barry held on to it for that long, but I saw right behind us, he was starting to lose it. He had dropped it down on the track, dropped down his speed quite a bit, and he spun out. That would have brought out a caution, but instead, we're going to keep it racing for this one. But when we do the Las Vegas race in the Cup Series and going forward, we're going back to strict yellows because that should bring out a caution. He's got a whole track to go around. It's quite dangerous for him to be on the track. We, on the other hand, have 20% left in the tires. Yeah, see, that's where it gets scary right there. All these cars are slowing way down. Obviously, they have to. We are going to go around 2 more times, and then we're going to pit. I don't know. We actually did, I think, an all right job this time on tires. I don't know why or how that happened. Let me see. What do we have left in the race? I said I was going to pit at 7 remaining. Yeah, we're going to bring it around at least one more time. We'll probably just, actually, let's just pit this time around. Here's why. Because the last time I brought it around 2 times when we had 14% left, and it was not good. We blew the tire right as we pulled onto pit road. So this time we'll just do it now. There's no reason not to. We're not gassing and going. We're getting tires, so we'll see what happens.
Drop your speed, driver.
Yeah, I can practice those, but I don't really care. We're going full stop. Might hurt us. People might be able to come in and just get tires or just get gas, but we're going full stop. You might ask why I went with all the gas when we didn't have any reason to do that. It's because it doesn't matter. It takes a 4-tire change to fill up the tank anyway, so it wasn't like we were waiting on gas. We're back here in 25th place. This is the scary part. Are people going to pit? They should have to. But when and how? And how much can we gain on them with, full tires and all that? We got some takers right now, but we'll find out. This is intense. 5 to go in the race. We are, I think we're still in the lead lap. No, we're not. We must be. Yeah, we're a lap down. This could be a really bad finish for us if they don't have to pit. No, cars are pitting. Okay, we're good. We'll be fine. Now, if they just stop and go for fuel, that's terrifying. It shouldn't be that way. We're going to gain some spots here, but those leaders, again, if they just gas and go, I could not have made it 4 more laps on my tires. Josh Berry couldn't either. I'm watching them. I'm watching them down there as I'm coming around turn number 2. They just started going. They just gassed and went. We're in trouble. We're going to finish all right, but I don't think we're going to catch the leaders. I couldn't even just do right sides. My left sides would have been horrible. I don't think we would have made it. All right. Well, what can we do with 3 to go? We're not down a lap anymore, but we're in 6th. Gonna get around Josh Williams, top 5 right now. Yeah, that didn't work out the way I'd hoped it would have, but maybe I can catch Espinoza before the end of the race. It's not looking like it. He's got pretty good speed in that car. He has all day. Got 2 to go.
Just a couple more turns.
Unfortunate for us, really. I got to work on, and especially since we'll be doing more pitting now, I got to work on those strategies. Like, should I have gone with right sides and one can of gas? Or would we have blown out the right sides? I don't think, or the left sides. I don't think we would have blown them out, actually. I think we could have done it. So, yeah. Not great for us.
Careful, still there. White flag is in the air.
Last lap of the race.
Clear eye, bud.
Well, I mean, we have to look forward to the next track. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure that out. Top 5. It gets us our goal. which was the top 5. Obvious disappointment with the pit strategy at the end. That's on me. That's part of the game, and that's what I got to do better with. I would have maybe blown the left sides. I had 30% left, and I had already used 30% there, so I might have blown them. 102 rating, not too shabby, though. Top 5, Sammy Smith wins it. Lane Tibbergen second. Greg Gaulding third. Matthias Espinoza fourth. We come in fifth. Gary Norton 7th, Eliza Bethel 8th, Timothy Mathis comes in 10th, John Perez 12th, Matt Malone 13th, Michael Chavez 15th, Max Cost 16th, Taylor Carpenter 17th, David Schildhaus 20th, Bernardo De Oliveira 21st, Bryce Egan 24th, AJ Hale comes in 30th, AC Kane 34th, DNFing, along with Jeremiah Graham, who was involved in that early wreck with Max Cost. I did watch the replay on the Max Cost thing. We had contact early, but it wasn't anywhere near turn 1, and he just lost it in turn 1 and actually got finished off by Greg Gaulding as he started to lose it. So it should be interesting. I know there was contact with us early, but it should be interesting to see if there's any comments after that, because we actually did not cause that caution or cause that wreck. Austin Hill also DNFing in the race. Taking a look at your fastest lap of the race goes to Lane Tibbergen with a 30.69. Most laps led. Max Cost had 24. On the move, Sammy Smith started 35th, finished first. And tough break goes to Austin Hill, started second, finished 36th. Went ahead and had no comments given to us in the race at Las Vegas for the Xfinity car. I just figured out why my stuff was messed up. We had it only set to black flags. We're going to go ahead and set that to relaxed yellow. Let's hope that that does it. We'll test it for a little while. If it doesn't get better, we'll go to strict yellow. I'm just looking for more green flag racing. We're not the cause of yellows. So I just, I felt like it seemed like the game would trigger cautions right when people were going to need to pit. And I get that that can happen more likely because you have low wear or a lot of wear in your tires. Blowing a tire, more than likely going to do that. But it's a video game, and I'm trying to get more green flag racing for you guys. So I'm going to set it to relax yellow. We're going to set 30% for the Cup Series, and we will be saving and continuing. In the next episode, that'll be 80 laps at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Pennzoil 400. Nice little $455,000 up for grabs. We've got some money to put into our people. So hopefully we can get some better training results going there and get these cars upgraded to the best that they can be before the race. I do want to note, again, after this, it should go Xfinity Cup, Xfinity Cup, Xfinity Cup, unless there's a Cup race and no Xfinity race. It doesn't matter, folks. You're getting the races all the time. That's what matters, right? That is all I have to say for that. I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.